Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Website is over here, schifferbooks.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website in the back here, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A is an apple, use an umbrella. Oh, okay. Good? Great. Sagittarius. We got some upside down cards. We got some right side up cards. We want to stop? Okay. Yeah, no, I don't think we want that card. It's the Page of Cups, but I'm not really... Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm like debating whether we want that card. I don't know why we're doing that. Now, alright, so that one card I'm debating over, I feel like this is somebody around the situation that doesn't have to affect it. So keep that in mind. I think that's why I'm looking at this and I'm like, do we really need this? There's somebody around this situation that doesn't need to be a part of it. Keep that in mind. Whether they know what's going on or not, it doesn't matter. They don't need to be a part of it. Now, as we're starting off, I'm already getting that there's something that you're having a hard time with. When it comes to dealing with somebody, I feel like somebody's a little bit too, like, live my life for me, if that makes sense. Somebody's kind of like, Sag, I need this. Sag, help me with this. Sag, do this for me. Sag, do that for me. I feel like there's a lot of that going on with this person. Somebody is not very self-sufficient. They're constantly needing you. Constantly. I don't think this is good. This doesn't feel like... Alright, so if I was gonna like equate this analogy to like a mom, it's kind of like if you have a child, and I know it depends on the age of the child, but like if they can't do literally anything by themselves, that's not good. Like, I want to say the natural progression for a parent, and I'm connecting with the whole mom energy, so it doesn't have to, it could be a dad, could be whatever, guardian, however that works for you. There's a time where, yeah, you got to feed them, you have to feed them, there's a time for that, but there should be a time where they start feeding themselves, or you start teaching them how to hold a cup. You start teaching them how to, use a fork and feeding themselves. You start teaching them how to, to dress themselves. You start teaching them how to clean up their own mess, like their toys and stuff like that. And like over time, you teach them a little bit more. They need to become more and more self-sufficient. By the time they're, in their teens, they should be pretty good at it. Maybe not perfect, but pretty good. But what I'm getting here is like this energy doesn't progress. It almost like regresses. It's kind of like maybe in the beginning they just need you to get the milk for them. Now they want you to pour the milk for them. Like it's like this is not going the right direction. Instead of them just saying, "Could you get the milk for me?" and then they pour their own. Now they're like, "Could you get the glass and pour it and then bring it over to me and like pour it in my mouth? could you rub my throat so I swallow it?" Like it's getting to be a bit much is what I'm getting. I know that's like quite the exaggeration, but you know what I mean. So this is the energy you're dealing with, and I feel like I don't really care for this anymore. This person, you have gotten to the point where you really don't like being around them, and I feel like I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Okay, I want to walk away from this. Whatever this is, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I want to walk away. I want to go away. I don't want to be a part of it. I'm done. Ironically, that energy is ending. Why do we say ironically? The other person, whoever this person is who's so needy, who still is, the Nine of Cups came reversed this time. Like the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, they're similar but different the way I read them. But the point is, they're not very self-sufficient. They're always dependent on other people, and they like that. I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. You know what their situation is. It's a general read. They're making a choice to move on. They don't feel like you give them enough. They feel like, I feel like they might even be complaining. Like, you make me feel bad about asking for things. Because you could do some more for yourself. That's why. Like, Sag is good at helping things move forward and like whatever happens today per day. Like Sag is very helpful. But Sag isn't there to be like, live your life for you. You're not there to like do every little thing for somebody. That's not Sag's thing. I just don't think of Sag that way anyway. You're not there to live somebody else's life for them. Sag has no problem helping out here and there, especially if it's just random things, like it's a different thing every day to a point. But like this situation has gone crazy. They seem to be ungrateful for everything you've done for them, and they're just making another choice and they're walking away. They're like, "Well, you clearly don't appreciate me, Sag, so I'm gonna go somewhere else." And I almost feel like, oh, it's oh no, how will I ever get over it? How will I ever? It ends pretty quickly. I feel like I'm confused at first. When it happens, I feel like I'm confused. Like I'm almost like in shock. Like, did that really just happen? Did they just up and go? Did they just decide that me bending over backwards for them wasn't enough anymore and they needed to find something better? Okay. I don't feel like I'm heartbroken over it because I want it out anyway. Ironically, when this thing leaves, something else comes right in, like right in. So if this is a job, I feel like this is not a problem. If this is a job, if this is a friendship, maybe this isn't a problem either. If this is a relationship, like a romantic relationship, that's up to you whether this is a problem or not. Because quite frankly, if you were emotionally over it anyway, maybe it's not a bad thing. I don't know. It's up to you. I don't know. But something else is coming in very, very quickly. Very quickly. There's somebody around this situation who seems to have their little 2 cents about it. They want to give their opinion. I would invest in that. I would try to avoid it. And if you have to listen to their opinion, just let them say what they want to say, but try not to respond and just walk away from it when it's over. If you have to listen to it, because I feel like that's just more of a like. This is like an extra instrument in the symphony. It's kind of like they're out of tune. They don't belong there. And they're just going to mess up the song. So if we just kind of ignore them or kind of usher them, like, okay, thank you for your 2 cents, and go keep going. Just don't invest in this person who's around the situation giving you their 2 cents. They don't really understand you anyway, is what I'm getting. So we don't need to be a part of that. We don't need them to be a part of this. Just don't let external people like sway you or make you kind of feel less than optimistic about what's going on next, because something else is coming in really quickly. Judgment in your favor. 5 of Cups reversed. Is whatever coming in next perfect? No. Does life really do perfect? Not really. It's more good than bad, is what I'm getting. It's more good than bad, because I get the 5 of Cups reversed is like, how do I explain this? It's kind of like I need $1, but I got 75 cents. It's good. Is it perfect? No. Is it what was it actually what I needed? I don't know about that, but it got me closer than I was. I had nothing, and now I have 75 cents, so it's getting me there. I'm going to have to address that last 25, but like, is it perfect? No, but it's good. There's a lot of energy coming in. This energy does seem to match you in the sense of like being very fiery, if you will, like being very random at times, but being very active. I think active is what I'm looking for with this passion. Something that really wants to be around you. And what's this last one? When I'm getting this one, I feel like this is somebody who has done the work and is improving. So are they completely perfect? No. But are they heading in a good direction? I do think so. Do we still have to keep that in check and keep an eye on it? Definitely. Definitely. This energy coming in, which it does feel like a person, doesn't have to be, does bring in a lot more assistance to you. There's a lot more help for you in this situation, which could equal dealing with bad patterns or dealing with people who have treated you poorly and unpacking past behavior, how people have treated you, and like stepping out of bad patterns, stuff like that. They're bringing some type of community towards you. It's like it literally says community, and I feel like that word is literal. So there might be a connection with this person coming in. You might find your tribe, if you will. Like some people, I know every now and then I get a reading where somebody's looking for their tribe. Like, where do I find my tribe? Where do I find my people? You may find literally a group of people that you have you fit in so well with that it just fits. It just feels perfect. It feels perfect. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but kind of feels perfect, like this is where I belong type of people. Is there anything else with that? You got judgment in your favor. So this is good. This is realistic. This is like everything doesn't look great, but it's kind of like, yeah, but if it did, then I'd be like, well, why does it all like it's like if it looks perfect, like I'm one of those people anyway. If everything looks perfect and everybody's wonderful and everybody's happy, I'm like, well, that's not real. Like, where's the real part? Like, I don't want you don't want everything to be bad, but you're like, there's always like that color of truth. If you look at a picture, there's dark areas that gives it depth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if there's no depth and it's all just bright, blinding colors, it's like, okay, all right. Like, it's like making a meal of just desserts. It's like that's gonna make you sick. This isn't right. There should be some meat. There should be some potatoes. Like or there should be some protein. There should be some potatoes, if we will. Like where's the depth of the situation? But your situation, when you're going into this, the depth is right there. You can see it going into it. Wouldn't you rather know it going into it than find out, later? Like you don't want somebody to give you this pretty picture, like it's all wonderful, it's all sunshine, it's all roses, sunshine, roses, sunshine, roses, and then you find out, yeah, that those roses grew from manure. So I didn't find that till later. I'd rather know going into it what it was actually made of. And this, with you going into it knowing what it's actually made of, puts you at the advantage. And also, I keep getting this community thing here, finding your tribe type thing. Take that with a grain of salt. It's a general read, of course. But I get like things are going to start working out for you. The Justice card is compatible with Sagittarius naturally. And I mean that in the sense of like, there's a lot of communication with this. Sometimes it talks about Libra. It doesn't mean you have to be dealing with a Libra, but the way they work things through and talk things out, work out what's fair and like look out for people, this is a compatible energy for you. This situation, you might find more peace than you have experienced in quite the long time. Is it perfect? No, but I feel like it's not about it being perfect. It's about it making sense. It's about effort being put in and, getting the benefits getting those equal benefits out. Like you're putting in effort, you're doing what you need to do, you're participating, and people are looking out for you, and people are helping you in return. It's like that fair trade. It's that fair balance. Like, you give so much, you get so much. You give so much, you get so much. Not like you're holding like an abacus or like some type of ledger, like I gave you 2, you owe me 2. It's not like that. But it's like the more you give, the more you get. And it's like seeing that balance work out, seeing how people appreciate you and feeling appreciated. Again, is it going to be perfect? No, but I feel like that's not what you're looking for. You're just looking for the honest balance, and that does seem like it's here. You might be surprised at the situation coming forward, because again, other people might look at the same situation you're walking into. It's very comfortable for you, but other people might be like, oh, it looks like a lot, Sagittarius. I don't know how you do it. But you're like, yeah, I don't mind it because I am getting out fair trade here. I'm appreciated for what I do. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for, things balancing out. Like I put in the work and I get out what I'm owed. I get out the value that I'm putting in. It's a good thing. It's a good reading. I do feel like a little anxiety, like walking away from whatever I walked away from. You might need to do some emotional unpacking with that. Keep that in mind. You might need to talk that out with somebody, like whoever this last person was, why you were connected with them, why they treated you the way they did, why you put up with it for so long, that type of thing. You might need to talk that out with somebody to like unpack that energy and get rid of it, or just like put it, get some peace from that too. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.